Hello, my name is Roland. I'm going to present you some special functions of the loan management system developed by Navex. The system is cloud-based and available in the Skbyill portal. The system contains two parts, the broker part and the back office part. The broker part is a web-based solution for the agents or brokers who help to generate the applications, the contract applications from the customers. The brokers can work on site in shops and send the customer applications when customers want to finance their purchase or request a cash loan. They send these applications to the back office, to the loan issuing company. And another module which will be presented today is a back office system developed on the Dynamics NIV platform, which includes the full accountancy of the loan management, which includes the customer accounts receivable management, the contract management, generation of payment schedules, and so on. Shortly, the most important functions which we are going to cover today is a creation of the contracts and their payment schedules, posting of the loan amounts, adjustment of the contract schedules, and monthly billing. Later we can also take a look on the payment management, and I can explain you that there is also some other functions in the system we can use for our business needs. The module or this loan management system is based on the Dynamics NIV platform, which is developed by initially by Microsoft, but it is an open code platform which allows to to generate our own solutions, and Navex is one of the Microsoft partners and can create their own solutions on the Dynamics NIV platform. The benefit of using this Dynamics NIV platform is that you can access all the standard modules of Dynamics NIV, which includes standard accountancy, like chart of accounts and accounts receivables management, general ledger management, and bank cash management. But we will start our presentation taking a closer look to the contract management module, which is the specific and very customized part of this solution. The contract management includes the workflow from the beginning when a customer asks for a loan. It can be done by a broker or agent who generates a web application, or it can be done also in the office of the company where the customer comes in and asks for the financing, and later after all the approvals done, the application is converted to a contract. In the contract we have a special information about the type of the loan, different grouping for statistical needs, special fields for if it is from country to country can be different, special tax calculation for, I don't know, for commission and servicing amounts we want to include in our contracts. Later we have the information about the customer. We have full customer database with all customers and their data we want to track in the system, and which includes also the address, payment details, and then so on. If we need the bank account details of the customer and so on. And the most important part of the contract, of course, is the information about the loan we are going to issue to the customer. Normally we have different possibilities to adjust the final loan amount. For example, there might be first payment from the customer, which reduce the loan amount. Additionally, we can add our commission, which will be added to the loan amount. Most important number for the calculation of the interest is interest rate. Of course, we put it also in the contract, and of course the length of the payment schedule, how many months we are going to, how long will it take to repay the loan, the due date of each payment, and the billing group. I will explain it later. How does it work? Additionally, if this is a financing of a purchase, we can add some information about the vendor of this item we are going to finance. In some companies, they are using also this module for some mortgage loans, so you can put in information about property, which is used as a collateral for this contract, and also some information about persons who are like bilesmen in the contract, so you can later track this information in case of any troubles. After the main information is prepared, you create a payment schedule. There's a special process which creates a payment schedule. If the payment schedule exists, so you can open it, and we are not going to create it again. And normally the system makes a flat payment schedule with flat payment amounts across the whole period of the loan. Additional column shows you the commission which will be recognized at each due date. So when you have a commission amount in the contract, this commission is registered on a deferred income account, a special deferral account for future income or future earnings, and special process in the contract gives you a possibility to make the earn a deferral movements or registers in your accountancy. Okay, let's go back to the most important functions we are going to show you. The contracts are created, and then the next step is to issue the payment from our bank to the customer. There's a special function which is create payment, outgoing payment. Okay, I will delete some old demo data. The system creates outgoing payment, and you can register it. You're going to pay the amount which customer needs for to finance their goods, and additionally there's an additional movement or register or line in this document for your commission amount, which is put on a deferred commission earning account. When the outgoing payment is registered, so the system put this money on a interim account, which are the amounts for the future income, and later you make a monthly bill by running a special bill procedure. I will run it only for this one contract. FL22. And the system creates the first bill. It's a summary of the billing process, and later in the invoice register you can get an overview of all bills created. And in this point the system uses a billing group, so it means you can run the billing process as many times as you want, 3 times per month for example, or each day. And according to the bill group, which is used as a filter in the billing process, the system creates the batch of invoices. Okay, this is one invoice for the contract 22. This is a schedule line 1, which includes 2 amounts, which is a principal amount due from the loan interim accounts. It goes to the loan due account, and calculated interest, which goes to the revenue and interest due accounts accordingly. So you can post and send. Also, you can also post in batch process all invoices at the same time. Okay, I will post it without sending, because the system will send immediately an email to the customer with a invoice attached. And this is a posted document which has its internal invoice number, and if you want you can send it from here as an email attachment, or in this case I will print it as a preview. Yeah, and then this database sales invoice is configured as a Microsoft Word document. There are 2 options. It's a part of the Dynamics NIV platform. You can use Microsoft Office as a document processing environment, or you can use a PDF-like report generator, which is built-in the Dynamics NIV platform. In this case, the system uses a special Word layout to generate the invoice, and you can send it later to the customer. After the billing process, the system changes the status of the schedule line which has been built. If we open the payment schedule now, you can see that the first line is posted, and there's a special view for the analysis of the posted amounts. You can open the payment schedule and most sophisticated view where you can see the posted interest, the posted principal, posted total, and paid. In this case there's nothing received yet from the customer, so the invoice is not paid yet, but this is the next step. And a big benefit, and it was improvement in our latest version of loan management system, it's a possibility to make adjustments in the payment schedule after the contract signing. And therefore we use this billing cycle or billing procedure. It helps us to keep track of the payment schedule lines which are, let's say, invoiced or due at the moment, and the other payment schedule lines which are not due yet, and customer has a possibility to make some changes in the contract. Of course, it is up to us if we allow to make changes and how do we process it, but the system gives you a possibility to make different changes in the payment schedule. For example, you can change the due date. Just this person can tell you that he doesn't want to pay it on that date, he wants on another date. This is the one possibility, and this time, in this case, calculates interest by date, by days. Another option is full credit vacations, which means that you can transfer the next payment to another month. For example, this customer goes to vacations and don't want to pay anything in August and September and tells you, please give me full vacations till October. This is also possible, so the system makes a schedule with a gap between payment dates. Also, the interest is calculated on daily basis. No, actually, this approach, when the current bill is posted but all other bills, pending bills of the future, are not posted yet, gives a possibility to change all things in the payment schedule. As you can imagine, we can put some restrictions on these changes because it's a cloud-based solution, and to let's say to make the system more or less safe for the end user, that he doesn't damage some or make some totally unacceptable from the accounting point of view changes. So, but as a custom adjustment of the system can be implemented as a possibilities to change some things in the system. Additionally, you can change the principal amount. For example, this is a credit vacations for principal. Let's say the customer tells you that this year he doesn't want to pay any principal amount and only start to repay the loan base amount starting from the next year. This is also an option. And the last option we have opened in the standard version, it's interest rate changes. You can change it for each let's say schedule line, and the system recalculates the interest amount accordingly later. The one thing to remember is that the changes has to be implemented in a chronological order. It means that the first ones has to be put before the last ones. Otherwise, the system cannot recalculate the left part. If you make some changes above your last change, the system recalculates all lines below the changed line. Yeah, so it means if I change the line 9, my changes are applied to the all lines below this line 9, including 10, 11 and 12. I think this is a quite good tool for managing the payment schedules. Billing the monthly invoices, we have seen it.